So this technique is about what I call the reversed force principle. Strangle, please, and then I set the person up to expect resistance this way, and then I effect the release that way. Okay. Sometimes this will work fine, because there is also built in here the principle of touch response. In other words, as soon as I feel the hands going around my neck, I'm already responding to that situation. I'm not going to wait for the assailant to get a good purchase on, get his thumbs into the trachea, and so on, and then try to do my release. So there is that concept of responding immediately. One more time, and just getting rid of him that way. Or indeed this way, through a touch response principle. What if I get caught out, and you've already got a good purchase on, and I try to do this, and find that I'm struggling, or you're too strong, because there is no such thing as a technique that works all of the time. Every technique has its physical, mechanical limitations. And so, hold on tight, don't let go. And so if I can't do this, or achieve this, then I can set up here, and then get a breakaway. Reversed force principle. Another component in this is not to use muscular tension, but then that's something that goes through the entirety of this kata. If you're strangling me, please, I'm not using muscular force here. I'm actually using the weight of my arms. Just throwing my arms in there and throwing my arms forwards towards the armpits one more time. And it's already released. His hands might not be right off, but it's released from my neck sufficient to allow me to live. When I come in here, I'm now pinning my upper arm against my body, so this is like fixed in place, and then I use my hips here. And I'm not trying to use the force of my arm or the strength of my arm. I'm just putting my arm in here and then using my hips, my body. And then this one here comes across the shoulder. I'll just turn you around. So this one here wedges inside the upper arm and across the shoulder here. And that's what gets my release, by coming in here, cutting across there. Sometimes people will come on here and push. That's fine. I like this wedging process. It's more efficient for me, rather than just a dead push. Just to get this moving over the top. So that will always work for me. And if I'm having a struggle, I'll come back to this one, and then that one will work. And then from there I can do whatever I want to. Another thing I'm not trying to do, which is very, very common, and an instinctual process, is to be trying to push the arms apart. Because if you hold onto my neck resolutely, there is absolutely no way that I can get this. I'm much weaker in this position, because I'm working against the greater strength of this assailant's arm. Just to reiterate what I have probably said before, but if you put your arm out and make it strong for me, please, and I try to displace the arm this way, that is much more difficult for me to do than displacing the arm that way. The arm is much stronger this way than it is this way, because of the musculature of the torso and the arms, and the fact that we humans are used to pushing things, squeezing things, compressing things to pick them up and shift them. We naturally do things in front of us rather than behind ourselves. And so that arm is stronger that way, it's weaker that way. And so I'm working against the greater strength of the assailant in that way. If I can set up here And if I set up here, I can probably get a release that way around. Reversed force again. Okay. We've already got another place in the kata where, hold on tightly, we actually work directly against the weaker aspect of the arms to get a release. But in this one, we're showing the reversed force principle overtly. And built into that movement is the thinking of reversed force throughout a range of different holding techniques. You grab my wrist, for example, and I try to release this way, but I can't for some reason because you happen to be very wiry and strong and flexible, and then I just come back the other way. So it's a set up and then come back the other way. Reversed force. You push me, I offer total resistance. Reversed force principle. If I can't overcome, sometimes I'll see that the other person is much weaker, you come to push me, and I'll just push you back. That's not really me, because it's wasting energy, heaven forbid, and time. There. Same if I'm being pulled. If I'm being pulled in some way, I'll offer up just a moment's total resistance, and then move in. It's the resisting the one way which gives the advantage the other way every time.